the one article that I wrote particularly around Microsoft, and the reason I picked Microsoft is because like when we're talking about all this energy moralization, especially from our favorite senator, nobody talks about like the household names. Like nobody talks about Samsung or Google or
Apple.
Apple.
Right.
And then so I was like, okay, especially with recent developments, I was like, all right, I'm going to look at Microsoft and just see what their numbers look like. Mm-hmm. And I ended up breaking it down so I looked at a 2019 report because I couldn't find reports for employment and energy usage for anything like more recent, probably because that's proprietary knowledge. So when I looked at this and I ran the numbers, there was, I've got it right here. They had 144,000 employees in 2019. And I believe, if this is the math, they used up 9.2 million megawatts for the year. And so I divided that just like really basic like arithmetic. And you divide that out and that comes to 63.9 megawatts per employee. And the problem people don't understand, probably don't understand like how much that is, that according to the U.S. Energy Information Administration, the average household consumes only 10,000 kilowatts per year at 893 kilowatts per month. Mm-hmm. So each one of these employees at Microsoft was consuming approximately 4,000 households worth of energy consumption per year.
Right. That's beautiful math right there, because people all the time, because like basically the Bitcoin network, the hypothesized number, I think at last guess, was about 100 terawatts, right? Okay. Yeah. So 100 terawatts. And at 100 terawatts, it's moving $15 trillion worth of value, right? Last year, Bitcoin moved 15.1 or 15.01 or something like that trillion dollars. So if you think about that, effectively means the network itself is worth $15 trillion. I mean, really, forget the market cap, because you have to, that trust cycle of holding all those transactions, keeping all those transactions safe. So the Bitcoin mining thing, in terms of the energy usage, it's like, okay, well, there's a lot of value. There's $2.9 million per second of value transacted on the Bitcoin network, right? Yeah. And you think about that per second. So how many seconds are there in a year, right? And how many, if you break all that down to users and all this other stuff, I would say Bitcoin's morally justified at that point by producing a very high value for the energy use, which, by the way, the energy use is, always thrown up there against countries, but like not every country.
And they're always small countries.
Yeah. It's like, oh, well, Argentina. It's like, well, what's Argentina's GDP and what are they contributing to the global economy, right? Like, when's the last invention to come out of Argentina?
Well, you don't hear people comparing the energy cost or the energy consumption of Texas versus Delaware.
Right.
Like,
yeah. Like, this is different.
Why are people not like acknowledging these completely just,
Yeah,
this is the stuff that frustrates me.
Right. And I think it's good, because I think that pressure, that friction, it brings the best out of us as workers, as someone that's maybe pushed himself really hard to study and physically, like obviously push yourself really hard.